Hello world, and welcome back to Tactical Relax with me, Lord Stimpy, or Stimpy, whichever, and Space Engineers. Oh yes, a game we've not played in a very long time. However, we have been playing it, and this is going to be like the first in a sort of series of videos just going over random things I've built. Not so, just explaining my thoughts behind various things and such. And the first ship we're going to start with is very special to me. The Lorne Greene. The SS Lorne Greene. Now, she may not look much. She may even look phallic a little bit. I'll just do a little pan by. But she was entirely built in survival. When survival multiplayer first came out, this is what me and Mr. Riggs built together. And we didn't really plan it at all. The entire ship we didn't plan. It kind of just developed as necessary. LG LV11. Yeah, Lorne Greene. I have no idea. My Roman numerals are terrible, but LVII I think should be like 57, I think. Yeah, there's the airlock. It's had updates, like some upgrades, as updates have come out. So we've got the docking things here, but I think that's the only docking equipment on this at all. Defensive guns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in total, I believe. Yeah, one on top and one on bottom of each engine pod, plus the 2 at the front. Material detector underneath, as well as a main antenna. We have a secondary antenna at the rear of the ship, a low bridge at the front, port and starboard lights. This started off as a platform. We needed somewhere to put down our refinery and our assembler and such, so we built a platform, just a flat plate that we could put them on. And eventually we thought, well, flying our tiny little mining ships back and forth to the other asteroids was silly, so we're going to need to build a base over there as well. So why bother building another base when we could just, have a moving base? So as we go in, we can see that this is basically our moving mining base. We've got 3 large storage containers here, ramp access. Plus, I'll go over all the network up here in a moment. That was added later. Here's the 4 refineries, as well as the 4 assemblers in an array. 1 assembler down here. There should be another one up the top there, and a conveyor block between them. All accessible, all linked up together. This container here is separate from the ship's network of containers, just as somewhere for it to store things. Most of the ship is open. It's a very open plan ship. Little ramp up here. Let's get out. Oh, that's not the button. I've been playing StarMade so much I've forgotten the buttons. Made up facility for accidents on deck while operating heavy machinery. Nice little area up here. As you can see with this bit here, this was back before we had individual plates with no sides like we do now. So this ship does need an update. I kind of like having it in this older style. Like, as you can see, there's no corner piece here, so I've just got this wall which has to be attached over there. An older build style. Up there is the Ford ship gravity generator, but we'll get to that. One has to follow the white line for safety. Yeah, you got the black and yellow warning stripes, kind of just around the edge of the ship here. Yeah, at first we had 2 almost identical mining ships, and they would park here on this heavy plate. Then we had a third, which didn't really fit a landing gear itself because of its design. Was designed to core straight through an asteroid with very little kind of clearance. So that one mounted onto this hook up here, landing gear on the roof. Back through this rear door here, we have dents everywhere, and that's all for reasons, and I love them. This is the engineering room. We never finished the gyroscope, so this thing turns like a pig. It's got 6 reactor access panels here. Just something to tech it up a little bit. We added in the conveyor system. That's the aft gravity generator, if I remember which button turns on the jetpack. That button? Yeah, there's the aft gravity generator. as this was it's only about 3 or 4 blocks like of no gravity in the middle without them, but it just, you know, one has to have gravity over the entirety of the ship. Yeah, but this ship, as I said, was built in survival, and with that, we tried to keep it as kind of utilitarian as possible, and we had some issues. Like when we started building it, we had some serious world corruptions. So what we got off the ship into another world was almost like just a shell again. So we had to rebuild it again, and it took a lot of damage from mysterious impacts. If any of you played Space Engineers back when it began, there was a lot of clanging and a lot of maybe random impacts with debris, which were just magically glitching around inside of a block and all sorts of crazy stuff. This ship has survived countless rams. I had some random people come on the server. They weren't that random, but you know, they were kind of just people I invited on, you know, to see how it's going. They knew how to play the game, they said, but apparently they don't understand what braking and inertia is. So let's put the jetpack on. They tried to fit a lemon in here. Lemon is a bit too big, so like these doors have been cleaved off a couple times with these doors, as you can see by the repairs here. And I vowed that when I repaired, I would never really worry about the shade of grey I was using, and I would regularly not complete a block like these, just to give it that patched up, worn, lived-in feel. Like the whole ship here has these multi-panels of grey, which is all just, they're all like tack welded panels, if you can imagine, like just repairs over the time. This massive hole in the sub, there was a massive impact with an asteroid at one point during a terrible parking incident, and the damage is still not finished and repaired inside. We've got the flag, these colors that I always pick for everything I do, whether it's Minecraft, the Voxelanian Empire, or Kerbal Space Program, Caspia. Like a little bit of color left there from the flag that was behind this. Yeah, but she's very patched up. Let's go underneath. She's very flat, and I think having these random patches of color really helped take that away. We've got this massive kind of clean color panel here on the bottom, because that was one massive repair where one of the aforementioned rammers came, slid off this edge, and then smashed and did a barrel roll, and that almost looks like it's a triangle block that's been used to repair their, or you know, slope rather than a flat piece. But yeah, plenty of engines. She flies like a champ. Really, we'll get to that. Yeah, flies like a champ. We've got these bars on the top here. These are very important bars actually, and saved the ship. Saved the ship, they did. Hopper access to pretty much most of the systems. Those are for refueling the reactors. The 3 containers in the inside have hopper access here, and direct into refineries from these hoppers here. That was it's a little bit redundant, I mean, because of the networks, but that gives it a lot of mechanical feel to the outside. I want it to be like a long-range kind of scouting miner, like a prospector. Prospector, that's the thing, prospector. And I like how that came out. Yeah, these ribs, yeah, we got rammed by Lemon on the high here, and the reactors would have been gone without these extra ribs here to deflect the blow. He deflected, bounced along these ribs, and then careered off the side here. We took a lot of damage there, but the reactors were intact. So let's have a bit of more of a cursory kind of let's go through the ship now. This is our main docking trade port. Back when all the conveyors system was put in, we didn't have corner blocks, so there's no corners on this, I don't think. But we were kind of still figuring out how it worked, and what we came up with is a system where if we wanted to trade with if we wanted to trade with an enemy, like a station, but we didn't want the people on the station to be able to access our stockpiles, we would use this kind of filter up here, where we would put what we wanted to trade out of this ejector thing into this hopper. then that would filter down into these containers, which could then be traded across into the input-output docking kind of bit here for trade. And what they gave us could then be filtered back into the ship here to give it a more fluid thing. This was back when these things didn't have like any kind of magnetic docking or anything like that, I don't think. So this was literally just throwing an item across. I think those will actually like connect or do something weird now. It might not work. But as you can see, there's no corners. Things just kind of clamp on and go straight across. But I'm not going to change it because I like, as I said, I like the idea of this being an old ship. An old ship, a little bit obsolete. Might build the Lorne Greene 3. This was technically 2 since we lost half this ship. But it's okay. We still call it the Lorne Greene. Open the door. Open the door. We've only got one door. Oh, shit. Whoops. Didn't mean to go out that way. Yeah, we've only got the one door here. But that's okay. Now we move on into the bridge, which is very sparse. Because, I mean, this is like the most latest addition. The different cockpit. Massive hole in here from one of the asteroid impact. Yeah. I will finish decorating this one day. Lovely windows. I love these windows. I love the like encrusted dirt around their sides. That's a nice asteroid down there. Space Engineers has come a long way since this ship was built. Oh yes. If we head upstairs, green of course is the theme, and the Lorne Greene. I can't actually remember. Oh, we fell down the hole. I can't remember off the top of my head who Lorne Greene was. I think he was an actor in like Battlestar Galactica. I had a reason for naming it. It was a tertiary reason. It's pointless, but yeah. This is like a recreational area. Have this as just like a chill out meeting zone, maybe a planning table in the corner. Very minimal crew on this. Very minimal crew. A couple of bunk rooms. Big room like this. This I believe we had as a medical room. Yeah, that's our medical respawn room. And out on to the main balcony, there's, as I said, the forward generator. And just looking out along the ship. And I love this view. This is always... just screams industry, this does. Just screams industry. You can't jump off here, unfortunately. You can fly sideways, but I'm not going to do that. More dense. A bit dark in here in this bit, too. Guess the lights never got replaced either. Big colour panel issues. Yeah, very pleased. Good old ship. A good old ship. Me and Riggs, we spent a lot of time working on this. Having fun with our interior panels. Always needed more interior panels. He hated welding these interior blocks. He was like, why can't we just make it out of just regular armor, dude? Seriously. It's way cheaper than this crap. But no, it has to have the little pretty lights. Let's take it for a spin. Wow. Let's take a... You know what? Let's ram it into an asteroid. Why not? Let's ram it into an asteroid. Run! Oh, you see the little graphical glitch there by the stairs? That was weird. You know, I think it's because we had a welder stuck in the floor there once. Yeah. Like somebody had died there and... Ooh, hello. Let's V. Oh, yes. There we go. How do I look around the ship like that? It's Alt. Alt, rather. Okay. Here we are going. We're gonna take her for a spin out around and then bring her in for an impact. I accidentally alt-tabbed and then that kind of crashed everything, so I had to kind of just reload. Yeah. See, she goes, you know, like it's fair. It's a fair speed. I mean, not bad acceleration for a moving minor factory. You know, I mean, we're up there already in the good speeds. Power usage is great. Look, see, you know, we're doing a turn here. Only about 50, you know, just under 50% power usage while turning. No batteries on this thing either. You know, batteries didn't exist when this thing was built. Oh yes. Look at that. Is that just over 3 million kilograms? That's cool. It's not bad. No spotlights. I think spotlights are still bugged, but they still have that yellow, white kind of circle. Where's those asteroids going? There they are. Dum, dum, doo, 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 doo. Okay, don't do tunes from video games. What's this weird light going on? That's weird. That's weird, isn't it? Okay, where are we? Oh, yeah, we're gonna miss. My phone just went off. Oh, weird little graphical glitches in here. What's going on? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Of course, the cockpit at the front, this is not a good rammer, you know? I mean, you don't ram with this thing, but let's have a smash. Go on, just catch it on the edge. Oh! Oh! Clang! We've had a clang. And a 10 frames per second. Oh, she's rolling. Or is that me rolling? One of these... Oh, weird. There we go. As you can see, that's why we have, you know, damage and broken room. But she bounced off. She doesn't have a bridge anymore, but... I always love looking at the buckled decks and stuff, you know. Yeah, it's fun. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to end the video in just a moment, but first I'm going to quickly go over to my Librarius and give you a little sneak spin past of what's to come in the next episodes. So yeah, we'll catch you in that other world. Well, that's a bit of a frame rate drop in here. Yeah, this is my library. Before you could save into blueprints, I dumped everything I built into one world, and apparently while recording I just take a crap with this, but yeah, we got various different fighter designs, troop carriers, bombers, big ass fighters. Like, look at that! Whoa! Oh yes, some unsuccessful, some very successful. Large block fighters. All sorts of crazy stuff. Unfinished monstrosities. Yeah, let's look away from that. There's a couple of Lorne Greenes parked over there near a space station. Just a little trade outpost. Some other micro ships around. Everything's all nicely lined up. Including that lovely green, beautiful one, which I think maybe the next one we go over. Possibly. Oh yes. Oh yes. Anyway. That's it from me, Stimpy. That's it from Tentacle Relax and Space Engineers. Until the next one, have a lovely day, have a lovely evening, have a lovely whatever. Bye!